Alright, we're doing SSC tonight.
All right.
I had missed the first night of the week, so it looks like they've already cleared some of the stuff. I think they might have done Tempest Keep too. I'm not really sure. We're gonna find out where we are and what we're doing. Okay, that'll work.
Alright, we're a little short on AoE damage again tonight, so just make sure we're focused and listening to calls. If Swole calls us to switch to Murloc, just get him down quick.
All right, let's consume up
Music
now.
going. Switch to the multi-stream chat. Pop and consumes.
Can we get a soul well, please?
Highly suggest you guys get in some stamina gear if you have it.
Can we get
You mean
another
just
one, please?
everybody?
What was that?
You mean stam gear for just everybody?
I mean, just getting to a reasonable amount of HP so you don't die to a watery grave.
Because I could put on some stam gear. I
You don't
got
have to full on
double
stack
45
Yeah.
stam trinkets. Sounds like I don't need that though. That's fine. I did get these because Ventari was nice enough to hand them to me. Wow, I didn't realize those are going for 500
So
gold
we
right
change
now. That's
misdirects and scoops.
huge. Thank you, Ventari. They're significantly better than what I was using.
All right, everyone's ready. So let's one-shot this. We get on down to Kel'Thas. Full timer going up.
Soulstoning the Pally tank.
3, 2.
Damn it, dingus! Bloodlust.
Coldwing's over here. Fuck me. I'm in the wrong place.
Chain does misdirect.
I'm Grave Tulu.
He's got frost wraps. Hey, wait. It's like people are catching thread on AoE.
Yeah.
Let's kill these Murlocs, guys. Everyone break off.
Oh shit.
I think it's just gonna be a wipe, honestly. We'll try though. Wipe it up. Just die here. Looks like we had some. Actually, a couple people were catching aggro on the AoE.
Yeah, my initial aggro was kind of.
Well, shit.
I was top because I got water grade, so I got healed.
When you took damage, it seemed like you took less of it. I'm not sure that's just proportional because you guys understand more of the play.
So we only got 2 Warlocks here tonight, so it's not ideal. Opinions: are we going to be able to afford Blizzard, or should we just rely on Frost Traps and do more AoE damage?
No, Blizzard should be fine. I got some initial aggro on the second pack and they ran over and killed me.
Okay.
Oh, hey. By the way, Teddy's talking about doing a Friendsgiving maybe here on the 20th. When is Katie talking about doing a Friendsgiving type thing?
Someone trade me like a stack of mate's food to go
Because our
mess with
usual
the
guy
floor when the table is done.
hosts doesn't really want to host because his wife's pregnant and they don't want to like miss a bunch of people in the house and stuff.
So my concern here is that
The day before Thanksgiving, I think that is.
I think it's
right?
probably going to be a better play to stick to Arcane
It's
Explosion
always the
spam
third
and just
Thursday
rely on
in November.
Frost Traps or kiting. Because we're going to need every bit of damage we can get or we're going to fall behind.
Yeah, November.
So there might be people here for that. We might move that kitchen table back up to the top, to the kitchen. Well, I mean, we move the coffee table, and it would just be in the kitchen. I don't know. I haven't worked it out yet. We'll figure it out. God, he's such a noisy boy. Yes, hello.
4 minutes on Bloodlust.
Noisy little guy. All right, for those of you just tuning in, we're doing more Grim Progression with something heroic. We have killed this once, but they also decided to start like 30 minutes early, which I was not here for. So none of that actually matters. We're just gonna clear that.
Fight, assuming everything's going well.
Uh, 26.
Yep, same.
Oh, actually, I'm sorry. Can I get Kings, Ventari?
I think everybody needs kings.
Yeah, my
Warlocks
bad,
and
I
kings
missed
too.
nobody. I gotta get everybody one second.
Let's get a
Alright.
buff on the poor hunter pets as well.
So I think it's interesting that something we've been talking about in Vintage is uptime and how long people are spending, like how much time people are spending casting or not casting, and like your activity uptime. Because like as a warlock
Okay,
in this
good,
raid, I'm using my global literally every global. I don't understand the idea that you wouldn't be doing something at all times. Because if I'm not casting a spell, I'm life tapping.
You
If
ready?
I'm not,
Yep.
like, I mean, if I'm just waiting for the AoE call, I'm putting up curses on all the AoE mobs because that's a 10% damage increase from all of the AoE that's going to go out on them. While I'm just waiting for them to build threat, right? Or I'm continuing to attack the boss. Like, I don't know. It just seems really interesting that there would be any time at which you're not doing stuff. Alright, we're going to stand over here on Cold Wings, my elemental shaman, because he's also the drummer. There's my drums. Okay. Actually, we should pop cooldowns.
Let's get more MDs if we
Keep
need
the immolate up.
or if we have them available.
We tap after the earthquake goes out. Okay. The watery graves. Where's the earthquake? Where is it at, though?
Alright, maybe not.
Dreku, thank you for following. There it is. Okay, so now we're gonna life tap. You don't want to tap too low early on.
I'd say wait.
Okay, there's the call for AoE. So we're gonna pop the other trinket and start seeding. We got about, I don't know, 4, 5, 6 curses out to do 10% more damage on those. Alright, that'll do it. So let's tap just a little bit. Okay, there's that. We're gonna tap low because we've got fell armor. Fuck me, we don't have fell armor up because I'm an idiot. Okay. We're all watching me. Oh my god.
Say wait.
Oh my god. I have their watchful eye. Okay, there was the call for the AoE.
We taunted. On the way back. We're up in
You want to be
second.
res?
Back to you, pocket.
Finish off the Murlocs, please, everyone.
Pay no attention to the fact that I didn't have
Let's get a battle res and
my
some honor.
Warlock buffs up at the start of this fight. Let's just pretend that didn't happen. Let's pretend I'm paying attention.
Grave again.
Jesus.
I got
Okay.
one pack right now, but
Don't AoE.
on my back.
No AoE.
See how I'm not getting any heals? I'm not getting any heals because I'm not a priority for healing right now.
Alright, try to go now.
Okay. So even though I just spent a whole bunch of time putting up curses and not doing any
Everyone to
damage,
break
that's
off and kill
going
these
to
Murlocs now.
increase the damage per second that we're putting out on these Murlocs by a shitload.
You can
Right?
melee get on him.
Because we had less time to do it.
Alright, caught up.
Okay, tap after the earthquake.
Right,
Okay,
we got-
start putting
Oh,
out.
fuck. Watch your
Man, that
AoE.
is some bad luck. Our pally tank is getting watery grave
Wow.
every single time here.
He's down.
Okay, and our pally tank is down. Okay. So I
just
think
try to
that's
kill the
gonna be
Murlocs.
it. Are we AoEing? Did he call it? I didn't hear it. But that's gonna
Try to kite
increase
It's
the
over.
AoE damage of every one of these seeds from all of the
Good
warlocks, every
lord.
one of the blizzards from the mages, every arcane explosion by 10%. Like it makes a lot of sense to have a
Lucky.
warlock tab through and
Insult to
put those
injury. I
on.
love it.
Like,
So do limited or the laps work on the grave?
Fuck you, was supposed to, yeah.
Do you have any? Does anyone have any they can give to Pocket for that?
The what?
that's not great. I'm too far forward. I
The
gotta run back.
The big
living
action
action pod.
person.
Yeah, so that's one of the things you guys were
I
talking
forgot
about,
bots.
the uptime and how much activity people are doing, and that's one of the things that I'm really curious about, because looking at those same logs, some of our guys are at, like, I don't know,
thought the living
30%,
was full bar.
40% activity, and I'm like, I don't understand that, because, like, as you can see playing Warlock here, I'm using every single global, whether that's for a curse or a life tap or a seed or a shadow bolt, right? Like, I'm never not doing
That was a really good
something.
attempt. We got screwed.
So
by those
that
guys.
strikes
We
me
can,
as really odd that in
we got
Vintage
this.
we might have a problem where people just
Yeah,
aren't
no,
pushing
we got it.
buttons.
Just trying to
because-
see if we can find a way to.
I mean, particularly as a warlock, there's no
Mitigate
time at which
that
you
luck
wouldn't be
factor.
pushing buttons. If you're a mage and you're out of mana, okay, I mean, I guess. I don't know if activity gets counted if you're, like, wanding while you're doing nothing else.
Honestly, 3 times in a row.
But that's
Wow.
something to consider, too. And I get that there's a correlation between uptime for activity
am I close enough
and...
to can get me, or should I
Like, there's a direct correlation between the activity and the parse rate, because the more buttons
I'm
you
not
push, the
under
more
them,
stuff
but
you're
I'm
doing,
near 'em.
right? Like, that just makes sense. We just need people to push buttons.
Yeah, something like that.
Makes sense to me, unless it's that somebody died early, and they're getting like 15% activity uptime because they were dead for 85% of the fight. I mean, I don't know. That would make sense to me. Oh, you can filter by deaths too. Does it stop counting after you filter by deaths though? Because you'd have to like snip the timeline to look at it. Oh, okay, so you can snip the timeline to show up until their death. And it's still 50% before that. See, that's what strikes me as really odd. I'm not really sure how that would be happening. Mostly because I can't watch their gameplay. Like, I mean, if everybody had a stream and we could watch everybody's gameplay, that would be much easier to figure out from a statistical analysis point of view.
Well, hey, good news. We got Bloodlust up.
Hey, maybe we'll get
Oh.
another eternity long phase without a thing to.
Yeah. So yeah, I gotta dive on those logs a little bit more. I know that in Classic, like in Naxxramas and stuff, I was doing a lot of that where I was diving into casts and how many people were casts per minute and like casts per minute on Bloodthirst and stuff, and why I was just absolutely smashing the shit out of everybody else in the raid as a Fury Warrior compared to all of the other Fury Warriors. And it was usually that. It was usually
Thank you.
the casts per minute on Bloodthirst and Whirlwind is where I would be smashing them. So that's something to be considering too. Like, if there are warlocks that are lagging behind, how many shadow bolts are you casting, right? How many How many curses are you casting? Are you casting Curse of Agony or Curse of Elements? Because that does affect your individual DPS, right? But if we're going for a synergistic comp, then we got to use all those synergies. Much like what I was talking about when I was putting up the Curse of Elements on all of the ads here, is that tanks my individual stuff. I mean, I could be putting up Agony on every one of those and get 12 different Curses of Agony all ticking at the same time. Or we could get 10% more damage on every one of the Seeded Corruption and every one of the Blizzards and every one of the Arcane Explosions. You face roll a keyboard? Yeah. I just think it's really interesting that in vanilla, like in Classic, I was doing way more damage as a Fury Warrior than I am as a level 70 Arms Warrior. It's just insane to me. Like, I'd be pushing 1500, 2k DPS pretty regularly in those Nax raids. Well, why do you need anything else other than Life Bloom? I mean, really. It's the only druid button there is. Let's remember to actually use my Warlock buffs this time. Okay, let's get food buff going. So somebody in this raid was nice enough to give me Crystal Weave Bracers. They asked earlier today, like, hey, does anybody want these? And I was like, it's an upgrade over what I'm using, because I was using Bands of Negation. So that's a pretty significant upgrade. It's not Mindstorm, which was one of the things I was going to save my points for. Like, it's not Mindstorm wristbands, but I think it's second best on a lot of lists. I should really use the money to get the nice gems in there. No reason not to. Let's see what else we're rocking. So we're rocking 3-piece Void Heart. I've never seen the shoulders. Like, I never got them. Adornment of Souls. There are a couple other options here. I don't have the good one of these from Karazhan. I do have the Shadow Damage one. But I think Adornment of Souls is supposed to be better than the Shadow Damage one. What else we got? Hand Wraps Flowing Thought because I need the spell hit. Because I'm in an Ellie Shaman group, I need to be over 13%, not 16. Belt of Depravity. We haven't seen the Belt of Blasting pattern yet. It's Foretelling. Ashane's Gift. We're gonna stack on our Ellie Shaman. Pop cooldowns.
Bloodlust.
We're going to make sure that we have Immolate up. Don't let that drop for too long.
Engraved.
I'm great, but I'm not going to bubble it.
Okay, we want to cast as much as possible during Bloodlust. We don't want to life tap until after that.
Yes.
Okay. So let's tap, tap, tap. Still got Bloodlust up for another 7 seconds. Okay, let's tab around. Put up some curses. Okay, there it is. Yeah, like that tanks my individual damage per second because I'm not putting out any damage during the time that I'm putting up curses. But I think it would vastly increase the AoE DPS that we're putting out on every one of these mobs that I hit with that curse. So, okay, got it. Okay, we don't want to tap too low. Tap just a little bit. Keep that uptime. Okay, there we go. Tap, tap, tap. After the earthquake. Full mana bar. Okay, let's go, baby. Okay, the consecrate's down. We're going to put up curses.
Three healers, great.
AoE.
Okay, pop cooldowns. Light them up. Oh, look at that. Look at how much more damage that is. That is huge. Okay. Don't tap too far. Oh, wait. We need immolate. Okay. Okay, is he gonna do it? Anytime now.
Frost traps.
Frost traps down. Let's tap. Make sure we got full mana. Start putting up curses while they're wrangling them. Curse does very, very little threat. I think it's only like 100 threat.
Full hand scraped.
AoE.
Yeah, I mean, that's an extra 100 plus damage on every one of my seeds. Plus every one of the arcane explosions. I mean, like, that's got to be a huge increase to raid DPS. It's got to be. There's no way it's not. No chance.
Alright, last phase. Just avoid the bubbles. Slowly start walking back. Don't outrun your healers.
Okay. Refresh. Okay, and now we're going to ignore the Murlocs. We're going to let them pick them up, and we're going to let them kite them around. We're not going to do anything about them. Just going to light up the boss. Oop. Let's not walk into those. Walk him into a corner. We're just going to ignore them, hit cooldowns. Still need frost traps, still need frost traps. Straight on the boss. Cuddle with your cold wings. Easy,
Easy.
easy,
Okay, finish off the Murlocs.
easy peasy. And then you just throw all the rest of your seeds. Yeah, let's do that in Vintage. Like, it's really not that hard. I don't know why we're struggling so hard with it. Like, I mean, I know that's a Warlock POV, and I don't know what everybody else is doing. But like, that just makes perfect. Oh my god, that is so bad.
Where is good loot, though?
Fuck. That is absolutely not what you want to see there. Low DPS, okay, but at the same time, we've only got 2 Warlocks in this raid.
Shit.
There are only 2 Warlocks here.
Stay here if you're rolling on something.
It's me and one other dude. I mean, yeah, we're putting out 3,600 DPS, and this mage is pumping 4,400. But like, yeah. Yeah, I really don't want that at all. I don't even kind of want that. Okay, I think we're going to Tempest Keep. Are we going to be working on... Yeah, okay, I don't want that. Where are the fellow brown bars? Get fucked, brown bar. Okay, so Hulket is our arms warrior. Draz, I think, is Prot, right?
Yeah,
No, Whippers is Prot, sorry. So we got Draz and Hulket down here. At the 1,500 mark. I mean, like, they're down at the bottom of the thing, but it's all 1,500, like...
That's really good for PvP.
So then the other thing that you're going to see here is if TK is not clear, you're going to see how quickly they move through the trash compared to how Vintage does. I actually don't know how much they cleared here because I was out on Friday. Friday I went to a Dropkick Murphys concert, with a buddy of mine, so
Where's the sword?
I
Where's
have
the mage
no
trinket?
idea where we are in Tempest Keep. But I know that last time we were getting a couple of pulls in on
Those items
Kael'thas,
do not exist
so
in
Or
our
did
raid
the
ID.
other.
we might be there already.
We got one first week, didn't we? Or no, we didn't.
Oh, it was
Right,
bugged, it
so
didn't drop
if it
this
is
week.
low DPS, and that's the main problem in Vintage, how do we
All
fix
ever
that,
get are
right? Like,
freaking
part of it is
shoulders
the
and
comp,
silence.
right? But we have Holy Hot Wings who's a healer, we've got Blockade who's a prop paladin, right? Like, we don't have somebody, what the fuck am I trying to say? We don't have a red paladin in this raid.
I know, I'm
We do have
curious
4
what
hunters as
the
opposed to
heck is that?
Vintage's 3. We've got 2 warlocks as opposed to Vintage's 4. We've got 3 mages as opposed to Vintage usually takes 2. I guess the big difference is 5 shamans, right? 5 shamans
that's the first one.
is huge.
This.
Surprisingly enough, we're taking 2
It's
rogues.
only dropped twice.
That's actually pretty surprising. So, yeah. And no ferals. None. We usually have a feral, though. Creature is usually the feral.
Well, I think also the first week the mage trinket couldn't drop.
Yep.
Right.
So,
Mage trinket couldn't drop. I don't
So,
think
how do we
paladin
fix
got
it? Is it individually we got to find people and improve their individual gameplay? Because I think it's
Yes.
beyond fixing the comp. We've been talking about fixing the comp for a little while, and we've been recruiting a bunch of people. Apparently the Red Paladin that we had recruited last week, I guess, isn't planning to play, so we got to find a Red Paladin who is actually going to show up. That would be really good.
Have people working on the entire
Oh, hey. Getting that summon. So we got to find players who can actually show up every time, and having a consistently ideal comp, I think, would go a long way to fixing stuff. But you're right, we need to figure out how to fix individual gameplay as well. I think the best way to fix individual gameplay would be able to get, is if we were able to get a snippet, like a recording of everybody's individual gameplay to see what they're doing. I know when the biggest improvement that I have made in the past 5 years of my gameplay was when somebody was like, your DPS is really low. This was back in some private server. I think it was, what was it, Nostalrius PvE. So it's like 5 years ago, 6 years ago. And they were like, send us a clip of your gameplay. Show us what you're doing. So we did. And they like kind of picked it apart and frankly weren't very nice about it. So it wasn't exactly the most constructive criticism I've ever seen. But the big constructive points that I got out of it were keybinds and macros. And then you got to be using the keybinds and the macros. And if you do that, then your DPS is going to fix a whole bunch of stuff. The best piece of advice that I got in Storm when I was in that World Top 10 guild was don't wait. Don't wait for threat. The tanks will out-threat you. You just got to trust the tanks. So that was the best piece of advice that I had gotten there. And that's been mostly true in Vintage. Lately, with the TBC changes and stuff, on a lot of cleave fights, I've been pulling aggro on cleaves. So like on X and triangle and stuff, I've been getting aggro. But yeah, basically you don't really need to wait on a single target because the tanks should be able to out-threat you almost every time. But you still need to pay attention to it. So I think that might be part of it as well. Lacking healers on the roster. Yeah, absolutely. We needed more shamans. My ideal comp would have 3 resto shamans on it for sure. 3 restos, 1 heal priest, 1 resto druid, and 1 heal paladin. So we would have 6. I think consistency would also go a really long way. I suppose we do have that with like the replay function in the logs. Yeah, I suppose we could do that. Well, so that brings another question though, because if we have some people who I know aren't terrible players parsing 7, and I've seen that happen a couple of times, like some of our warlocks and stuff, they'll be parsing gray, they'll parse like 7 or 12 or something, and it's like, well, what the hell is that about? Right? Like, there must be a different strat or something that other people are doing that we're not doing, more than more than they're not doing anything. There's got to be that there's a difference in something that's happening. Like when we were doing Karazhan and we were comparing logs on Karazhan, I was gray parsing like every time on Nightbane. And it was like, well, why the fuck am I gray parsing on Nightbane? I'm a good player. I know what I'm doing. I know how to like do this fight and stuff. And I think it was because I was not going in on the ads between like during the flight phases because they were just killing me. So I would just wait. I would just stand back and let the casters kill them and then come back in and do boss damage, which sucks, right? And then I was like, okay, well, let's find out what happens if I actually just go in there, pop sweeping strikes, whirlwind cleave, and just go ham on them. And then my parses got like instantly went up by like a factor of 50, right? Suddenly I'm parsing blue and purple again, and it's like, okay, well, there's got to be something that's happening in those fights for all of those other people that our guys aren't doing, like from a strategy perspective. Oh fuck, they already did 3 out of 4 in here too? Okay. Alright, so I guess we're gonna get some Kael'thas attempts in. I agree, 50% downtime is insane. I don't really know how to explain that. I really don't know how to explain that. Yeah, I agree. It would definitely put them in greens or blues. And I mean, that's really all the ask is for Vintage, is that they want blue parses. Not to say that you have to be like the best in the world and stuff, but we want to see like our group is better than average. And I think every single one of our players can be better than average. So blue and above is what the ask is. Oh yeah, no, they're all on my YouTube channel. Yeah, it's both YouTube and Twitch, same name. It's Vivictus WoW on both of them. All the vids are up there. I have to cover chat when we do that, but yeah, they're all on there. I generally only stream raid content because I think that's usually the stuff that people want to see. And the original purpose of this channel was to create the VODs so that we could do raid reviews and really see what was going on. That was also before like the raid logs with the replay and stuff existed. Like Warcraft logs didn't exist at the time that I created this channel for exactly that reason, was to go back and be able to look at the stuff. The problem is that it's it's just hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours of gameplay to go back through and comb through and stuff. So it makes it a little tough to like, oh, let's raid for 6 hours a week and then spend 6 hours rewatching it. Like suddenly it's 12 hours a week just on the raid content. But lately it's been a lot of that for planning and things too. So yeah, if you ever wanted to go check out any of those raids, that's how I developed the entire plan for the TK strategy, was that I did this raid with these guys, and then I went back and watched my entire video, and like step by step, how do we mark things, how do we kill things, and then did it like that, and created all of the raid plan.ios, all those images out of the plan that we did with something heroic, because I had already killed all those bosses.
Grab the pets.
Well, let's try to pinpoint who those people are, and then try to get them some individual one-on-one help, right? Because I think that's going to be the way to do it, is to come to them from a place of constructive criticism on a one-to-one basis, right? Like, we don't want to... The last thing that you want to do is, if you got to correct a problem like that, is to make people feel like they're being ganged up on. Alright, so... Oh, okay, let's get on Skull.
Spam sheep those.
Spam sheep them, you heard the boys. Spam sheep the Centurions. Because the way we can expect blue and
we
above...
actually do. I think on the next flow we
fire
can
on
safely
them in butts without the
less.
enforcement. Yeah, so that's something that's been talked about in officer chat a little bit
22.
is, well, what are we going to do, right? The people who aren't performing are going to get benched first. So there's been a lot of talk about like benches and stuff, and what are we going to do there? Are we going to continue to recruit for additional spots beyond our 25-man roster? Are we going to build a 30-man roster? Are we going to get a 35-man roster and then have a huge bench and then bench people who either aren't reviewing the mechanics or aren't improving or aren't, you know, doing the things that need to be done? They're not bringing consumables. Do we just straight up bench them until they fix their problem? And then what happens when we fix all of the problems and we still have a 30-plus person roster and we need to bench 5 or more people every week? Then how do we pick who we bench? Do we go for the ideal comp? Are we okay with not playing with an ideal comp? Do we want the ideal comp for progression? If progression takes 5 or 6 weeks, are we going to be benching people for 5 or 6 weeks in a row? What are they going to do? Because it's very difficult to find a pug to do anything productive in SSC and TK right now. Like, there's... Yes, I totally agree with that. Kest has made huge improvements. Big time. We were actually just talking about it after last raid. Like, wow, Kest was killing it this past time. Of course, there weren't shamans sniping her her heal targets, right? Because oftentimes, like, chain heals and stuff would jump to the targets that you're healing on, and then take all of that effective healing.
Here we go.
I mean, that's a thing.
Fucking LOS. What the fuck?
Okay, all of these targets gonna have Curse of Elements on them.
Nice bloodlust.
Okay, we'll put it there, 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 and there. Okay, and let's get seeds out.
Squares loose.
Are they stacked close enough? Is this even... Oh, he's cleansing it. Fuck you. Okay. Alright, so let's not put up dots, because apparently they can just cleanse them off. The Blood Knights will cleanse. Okay, that's good to know. So no immolates, because those are magic. It seems that they can't cleanse curses. God, am I on the wrong target? I am on the wrong target. And they heal. Flash of light, so we probably want Curse of Tongues. Oh, fucking goddamn it.
Circle next.
Gotta get those shards. Fuck. Oh, get the curse up.
Gouge these two to interrupt the freaking flurry.
So spamming the sheep, you can interrupt the flurry. You can also gouge, apparently.
Ew.
Good to know.
It's a good drop.
And yes, I think Kest has made
Sure, we have at least a
significant
couple people
improvements,
who
big
need
time. Big time. But yeah, another thing to consider is that the parse game is just also such a meta game. Like, we're not going to see top parses on High King Mulgard. We're just not going to, because we're not using that strat. If we change the strat to make it an entirely cleave strat, then yes, we could start seeing those kinds of things. That's why we try to keep the expectations of the parse numbers pretty realistic. Also, healer parses generally don't mean shit. Like, they generally don't really mean anything for healers specifically. For DPS it does matter,
Go
for
ahead and do
tanks
the
it
next
kind
one,
of
and I'll do
matters,
it after
because
that.
generally the higher the parse number, the more damage that they're doing, the more threat that they're putting out. So that is a consideration on tanks, but it's not everything. It's more important, like, whether they're doing their job or not, right?
Bullies out.
I care more about somebody doing their assigned curses than, what target am I on? I'm on this one. Somebody doing their assigned curses than pumping more Seed of Corruptions, right?
Kill Star. Just kill Star.
Kill Star. Life taps. Give me that shard. Give me that shard. Fuck me, am I supposed to be on a specific, are we supposed to single target these? I think we are. Okay. Looks like you can purge or spell steal the renew. Sounds like a spell steal from that sound effect. I'm not going to bother with Immolate because he's going to die faster than... Yeah, he's going to die too fast for it to matter. I should probably be using cooldowns on trash. Where's that? Healing mail. Okay.
Oh, just give it all.
Yeah, I agree. We should be able to see above gray and greens. I know I just violated my own rule there where I said I wasn't going to put up Immolate because it was going to die too fast for it to matter, and then I did it anyway.
You got a vortex here as well.
Another vortex.
Alright, I'm good.
Still going to Belt of Blasting, or
Did we get a belt of blasting pattern?
We
yeah,
did last week, yeah.
Nice.
It looks like... Oh, let me verify.
I'll take a belt of blasting.
Who had the pattern again?
I do.
Hooli.
Hooli's not
Oh,
here.
Hooli's not in here.
Yeah, he's not going to look at that vortex.
God damn it.
Deep shadows.
Why? Why is our belt of blasting not in here?
We don't have a deep shadow pattern.
I gotta get one of
Belt
those.
of the Black Eagle, though.
Huh? Belt of the Black Eagle?
moving.
Huh?
Well, it was
That's pretty good.
You know.
He'd have two.
Caster
I
DPS
think
is
we're
the
gonna
biggest weak link.
give it
Okay.
to Micro and probably sell a belt of
Okay.
the Long Road.
Yeah,
Square.
we'll look a little
Always
harder
want to
at
get it.
the casters. I think that's... I think you're probably right there.
As soon as that goes out, just pull him.
Because, like, even if our melee is good, even if the vintage melee is good, they shouldn't be able to beat, like, warlocks and mages on most fights. Most fights. Not every fight, most fights, though. Oh god, do I need to get out of here? I think that our casters should be able to pump more. I think we also have a little bit of weakness in the Hunter Core. I know Tag is very good, yes. I think we could get more out of the other Hunters as well, though. Because, like, if you see... Check out how these three Hunters are pumping. And they're pumping 1,500 regularly, like, every pull. Usually more. Like, Kabo is at 1.7 so far this pull. Are we on... What are we on? We're on square. Like, Hunters, Mages, and Warlocks should probably be at the top of the list. Generally speaking. But yeah, like, Warlock is super easy to play. I just put Shadow Bolt on mouse wheel up and down. I make sure that my Immolate is up. I make sure that my Curse is applied. And then I can talk to you guys while I'm flicking my mouse wheel until stuff dies. Like, it's really kind of no-brainer to be plenty good at playing Warlock. Well, resist. Fuck you. How dare you? proper spec gear and uptime. Yep, I agree. I mean, I have 3 buttons. Okay, I have 3 buttons here.
Gotta rebuff them. That's
Somebody once told me when I was playing Classic that the only active classes, like the only active class is Warrior. That was Fury Warrior at the time. Tanks and Fury Warriors, because everything else is mostly 1 button in WoW Classic. What dot uptime do I have on bosses? I mean, you just watch to make sure that your debuff is up. And I only ever use Immolate. Like, Corruption is actually a DPS loss, because I'm not spec'd into it, and I don't have the tier 5 set bonus. I'll look that up in a second, hold on. I don't have the tier 5 set bonus, so I just put up the curse, which happens to be a 5-minute curse, so I really only need to apply it the 1 time, and then often I will, on multi-target fights, put up Immolate on more than 1 target, but it's just important to make sure that it's up on, at very minimum, the one that you're single targeting, right? And it's better to, you don't use Conflag, even though I'm spec'd into it, you don't use Conflag. You only use Conflag if it's not going to live through the rest of the dot, right? Like right here, I'm going to Conflag. Boom. Because he wasn't going to live for another tick of that dot. That's the only time you ever use it. Otherwise, you let the Immolate run out and then reapply. You want to have as little downtime between it as possible, so if you're at like 1 second, you start casting it again. If it lines up with the rotation like that, it didn't line up with the rotation, because I can get more out of the extra 1.5 seconds of Shadow Bolt there than waiting for it to reapply the dot with 0 downtime. Right. The active cast on the Shadow Bolt would be worth more damage per second than reapplying that Immolate 1 second earlier. So, I mean, stuff like that. But just put up your assigned curse, make sure you got your Immolate up. If it's close to dying, like if it's going to die too fast, then it's oftentimes not worth putting the Immolate back up. Tap once, twice in a row. You don't tap to full every time. You don't have to tap to full every time. Just tap for what you need. Because if I tap to full right now, that's going to be 8 taps, which is not what I want. That's a lot of time to not be doing damage.
alright, Taylor's.
Huh?
Delta blasting pattern going out.
Good. Congrats. Somebody.
Oh, hey.
So we waited like, what, 3 weeks to get one. Now we got 2 in 2 days.
We put it off spec, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's free. We just look at the rolls that are here and give it to that person.
Okay. Well, it looks like I'm not getting a belt of blasting pattern right now because I rolled a 3 on it.
It's going to Tylag.
Okay, what
3,
dot uptime
2,
do I have?
1,
So
go
last
back.
3 TK kills is random uptime, 5% uptime. What in the actual? Hold on. You can't count Alar in that statistical analysis because Alar is immune to fire.
Alright, let's pull.
So
Be mindful of
cross
the
out
story here.
Alar
There's a pet.
on that.
Will come
Do it
here.
on just Void Reaver.
But we want extra mounts.
Alar is immune to fire, so if you are looking at any of that, that's also going to extremely hamper. Right, so I just meant, like, are we talking about Alar specifically, or are we talking about... Okay, so we're not sheeping that. I could put that there. I could put that there. Alright, so now I've got Immolate on 2 targets because we're not sheeping either one of them. It's just important to stay mindful of what's being sheeped and what's not being sheeped. Alright. Right, so you're not going to get any seconds on Alar is what I was getting at. Okay, well that is incorrect. Like, okay, I think there is some coaching that can happen right there. I get that there's some coaching that can happen right there. We should probably take a look at their specs, because I know for a fact that one of our warlocks doesn't use the warlock Discord.
Thank you, Micro.
So if you base your spec on the warlock Discord like I did, and what the conventional knowledge is there, you still take Ember Storm, you still take improved Immolate. Even though I'm Shadow spec, I'm not going to be casting fire. I didn't do the spell fire tailoring, anything like that. You still got to have those.
I have a full
And you still
percent
want to
over hit.
have,
I'm still getting resisted. It's irritating me.
you still want to have
1%.
Conflag,
Yeah, but still.
because it's very good for burst damage, right? Like if you really need to burst something, like just an example off the top of my head would be like the sparks on Curator. Conflag is
Alright,
very
so
good for that, so you put up your
Short rundown again.
put up your Immolate, and then maybe
most of us
one
probably
Shadow
remember
Bolt
phase
and
1 and phase
Conflag to
2.
kill one of them.
Baldra's gonna come out first. He's gonna fixate
Cast per
on
minutes,
somebody,
uptime,
and we're gonna
and
kite him
cast
to the back of
log.
the room here, the south side of the room. Kill him here. Have to keep in mind you can actually pull threat. It's only like 10k initial threat on the gaze, so if you do more threat than that at the time for
Fucking
swaps
what?
targets naturally, you are going to get aggro. So
It
cut
might
him
be
down
a
here,
threat
don't
thing.
get cornered.
I don't
Finish
know.
him off. Then we're gonna get Lord Sanguinar. He does dragons, fear type thing,
Tap there.
and just heavy melee damage.
Okay, well
We're
that's
gonna tank
interesting.
him
Yeah,
here.
we should definitely be looking at that. I feel like if we had
Capernian's gonna come out.
clips of
We're gonna
gameplay, that would help
have
a lot.
Sorrow tanking Capernian where she stands. Tanks, you're going to be getting closer to.
Because like a lot of the
Capernian
stuff
than
I have on the
everyone
screen
else,
here
soaking Conflags,
is
everyone
not for
else
my
is guessing
benefit.
from
It's
max
for the replay's
damage.
benefit.
Then Telonicus
Like
is going to be pulled
this
over
one
to,
is the
Sanguinar's
overall
kill
damage. This is the
spot,
per fight
stacked on top,
damage. The
and we're just
big
gonna kill
threat
him
meter
there.
here is
you
for
wearing
review,
fire
so that you
resist
can go
scoops?
back and look and see very quickly and easily who was where and what their threat was and full names and stuff.
Yeah, student FR.
Like there's a lot of
And you
stuff on
should be able
here
to just sit
that
there and tank
isn't
the
really for
bombs
my
and throws.
benefit. It's for
Do the
going
rest of
back
us
and
stand
looking
here?
at shit. So,
What do you mean?
Like how
yeah,
we had
that's
that kind of
concerning
piece up
that,
a little
that
bit,
people
that
aren't
block is the
chain
one that's
casting,
up in
because
the
you should
air.
absolutely be chain casting. Particularly as a warlock and a mage, right? Like,
No,
you should be pumping, and that's why you have a threat drop. Like, once every 5
Okay,
minutes.
so phase
If
2,
you need
the
soul
weapon
shatter more than once every
phase,
5 minutes,
we're gonna group them all up.
something
and
else is the
AoE 'em
problem.
down. Hopefully, all the hunters are gonna be on
On a
another
single
strand
target
longbow.
fight.
We're gonna
On single
face
target
the bow
fights,
away from
you
the
should
raid,
not need to
DPS
soul
them down.
shatter
Hopefully, we'll be able to
more than once
get
every
it
5
in the
minutes.
AoE stack. If not, that's fine. Got to make sure we do not send our pets in on the bow, otherwise it will teleport around and start multi-shotting people.
Oh, okay, that's good
So
to know.
keep
No
your pets
pets
out.
on the bow. No pets on the bow. Make note of that.
Who is picking up? Scoop's picking up the Infinity Blade, or
Okay.
yeah,
I said to
Scoop's picking up
take.
the Infinity Blade. Correct.
Don't spam the staff.
Rero's picking up X. Pocket's picking up everything else. Make sure you counterspell the Staff of Disintegration into so it runs into the AoE stack. Let's have Malazzo. I want you kicking the Cosmic Infuser. Gara, can you kick the Staff of Disintegration? Just be careful of your.
Okay.
your
I also
threat.
need to make a bag space.
Okay.
I don't need that. I don't need that at all.
Phase 3. Well, phase 2. We kill all the weapons. Hopefully, we got plenty of time. Loot your weapons. So hunters, you're gonna pick up the
I
Nether
also
Strand Longbow.
didn't
You're gonna be picking up the
redo
Infinity
my
Blades and equipping both.
Warlock buffs for that trash bag.
Let's see.
Quick,
Pocket and Rero picking up the phase shift bulwark. Rero's picking up the dagger and the sword. What was the question?
quick question about the Staff of Disintegration. We're not spamming it anymore. When exactly do you want us to use it? Are you going to call it?
Just use it as soon as everyone is stacked up, getting ready for phase 3, and then every time. I mean, you can just click it like every 15-30 seconds, I guess, just to be safe. The main thing is going to make sure we're not spamming it on Sorrow while he's tanking Capernian, so we don't.
Just use the weak aura, and just when you don't have it, click it.
Yeah, that'll work too.
Awesome. Thanks.
Make sure that
Okay,
we
I've
are
also got a
keeping it
bunch
on
of
the tanks for
bullshit
Sure.
weak cores in here that I absolutely don't need.
Okay, who was I talking about? So
Like
everyone who can
2
use the
inst-
staff, these
3
X healers,
instance
just picking up the
lockouts.
staff. So that's going to be scoops and all of the
Ugh, God,
DPS
I gotta fix this
casters.
UI.
Healers, you're picking up the Cosmic Diffuser. You're going to start putting heals, especially pre-heal, Sorrow, pre-heal.
But the thing
scoops,
about
before we go
downtime between
into
casts,
the forward visor phase.
the
so
downtime
they
between
have
casts,
the
mage shouldn't have to
fire
worry about that
mitigation
either because
buff
mages
on
get invisibility to drop threat as well. Like, it shouldn't be a big deal.
Kill order.
I don't know, maybe we gotta ask
phase
some
3,
questions
which is
on
gonna be
that.
Forward visors,
Maybe we
kill
gotta
Thaladred first, so all the range are going to be
look
on
into that a little more.
Thaladred. He's going to be back here. Just watch out for the gaze. Reaver's going to be putting the dagger debuff on him, so we do more spell damage. Melee, you're going to be on Lord Sanguinar and cleaving off onto Telonicus. Once Thaladred's dead, all range, you're going to go on to
Okay,
Capernian.
that's a good tip.
We're going to put one
days.
hunter on Sanguinar full time to give
actually
melee
check.
the buff.
Where's
Increase
my
physical damage.
interact?
I suppose I can do that.
Where the fuck
Let's see
is
what else.
interact?
I think that's good enough for now. One thing we also have to be keeping in mind is when phase restarts, when all forward visors spawn, we have to make sure we're all within 100 yards when they become alive, or they will cause some funky aggro issues. So basically what we'll do is we'll all stack up kind of like
Interact.
right where I pinged there.
Put
Unless you're
that
a tank and
on
you're getting
J, because J isn't used for
everyone else
anything.
will be stacked up kind of right there. Everything will spawn, become alive, and then we'll move away and get in our positions to our
Okay.
range. We'll move south and start dealing with Thaladred, and Melee will move over to Sanguinar. Right,
Oh,
buff check. We will be using Bloodlust for phase 3. It is the forward visor phase.
Can't I do a slash interact?
Do be careful of threat on Telonicus
Doesn't that work?
because
That should
Scoops
work,
is wearing
right?
fire resist gear. Shouldn't be that big of a deal, but
Put
just
it, I don't know, here.
mind your threat. Days in his Kleptos, you guys good?
Yeah, I agree that Loot Reaver is a very good example of that because he's
Good
basically a
mark
big
his
target dummy.
Kleptos.
Oh, actually, I'm sorry. Inventory gets off. Thank you.
Alright, I'm starting it up now.
Yeah, we'll do that. We'll have it all be a one button.
30 seconds.
Oh my god. So that weak aura is
Pocket
just
for this
there the
phase,
entire
just
fight?
keep-
Okay.
keep,
Alright. Fine.
Wisdom up, since this is going to be a long fight. Scoops, you can go ahead and go in bear form on Thaladred and DPS.
Okay, so you guys have 2 people below 90%, and you're talking 90% activity, right? One
Just be
died, one
ready
was
to
a hunter
watch
that was very
Scoops,
close
'cause
to
it might rip
90%.
through it.
Okay.
And if it
Well, the
happens, just
hunter
take
who was
most of
probably
it.
not close to 90% was running around the outside, I'm sure.
Is that far
Oh, I
here?
should have started further forward. Okay, move, move, move.
Dazen.
It's important to keep the raid further this way so that you're not getting backward progress. We want to bring him down to the far end of the room. Okay, so that's what we don't want right
Sora.
there.
Gara.
Oh,
So make sure we don't kill him in the center of the room here. Should be good.
so you want your whole raid this side of him so that he's always moving the same general direction. Doesn't really matter which way, left and right,
It's
we
fine,
just
here,
want
we'll
him
kill him right there, that's fine.
far away. Generally you want him
fear
over
where
here
we're at.
though. That's where you
I
want
got
to kill him, is over by that pylon. Because we're going to be tanking the other ones over here.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, curse up. Okay, got feared. No problem, no problem. Immolate. That run back would have been a very good time to life tap, and I didn't do it. Yeah, we shouldn't have a problem with chain casting, because if you're pulling a threat like that, that's a different problem entirely. Like, look at this. I'm chain casting, and I'm not even close to our tank. Like, not even a little bit close. Okay,
Alright,
we're just
max
gonna life
range, away
tap
from
up
Capernian.
to full.
Ready to heal Sorrow, let him get threat.
4,
Tanks, get up there, get ready to soak flag. Keep your pets out, keep your pets out.
Okay, pets can soak the conflag. Max range, don't get hit by the arcane explosion.
Ah, here, dingus.
Go, Dingus, go! Stay stacked on your elemental shaman for the
Passive
drums.
command.
If your kill command goes off,
Yeah, I know.
Should have been using my cooldowns earlier too, but at least this one is stand here and cast, so we got that. Put up the immolate because you just noticed that it was off. Pump 8,000
You get flagged.
shadow bolts.
Ow. Don't kill me!
Oh shit! Oh,
Yeah, that's not great.
that's not what you want to see.
That's weird that he got flagged.
2,
Yeet!
So what we're gonna
Okay,
do...
put up the curse, put up the immolate,
for Capernian.
spam the shadow bolts, pop your other trinket.
Sorry, I resalved you. Click that.
Look, I mean, I even
Sound
crit
good.
right off the bat, and I double
good.
crit, triple crit,
I have a cancel aura.
quadruple crit, still not pulling him.
Sorrow, you're just gonna have to try to yank
We
it
put up
back,
the
yank it
immolate.
back
If you
into
need to
position.
pause on your threat a little bit, you put up
I'll try
immolate
to
again
get her
because it's
before
not
just run
as
back
much
over
threat
it
as
and
shadow
get
bolt
rid of
and
them.
crits,
It's whoever's assigned to me.
and it's a very strong dot. Like, I don't know, man. Like, I just don't understand what the problem
Yeah, you
is.
don't.
Like,
You
you should be
can't right now.
casting literally all the time. You should be using every single global that's available to
Alright,
you.
hunters, get in position, get ready for
And it's just insanity
Remember
that
to
you
keep your
wouldn't.
pet out. Fucking remote away.
Okay, weapons. Give him a second, give him a second. Put up curses, curse them all.
I'll need help on blocking.
Curse them all,
What's
curse
that?
them all.
I'll need help on pocket.
Okay, cursed. Go for AoE. Let's do it.
Okay, good.
Now here's where I might actually need a Soul Shatter, because if I get a bunch of threat from AoE on these, that would be a good time to use it, like right now. Okay, Staff of Disintegration is down. Let's go get one. Oh no, we still have 3 targets. Anytime you have 3 targets, you want to use Seed of Corruption, because it will be more damage per second. It's not as mana efficient, but you don't want
Dark
to use
daggers
it
as well.
on less than 3 targets.
Watch out for the whirlwind. Second.
Yep, I agree. Bringing it to our
Everyone just
attention
out.
is a
Got 10
much
seconds.
better option than just suffering in silence. I totally agree.
Can't get a
Alright.
hero to follow me.
Everyone get away from Capernian. Get away from Capernian.
Oh, okay,
Let's
okay,
get
okay.
on Capernian.
Oh, hey, that's nice. The curse stays up.
I'm gonna drag her back.
Who are we killing first?
Let's kill Thaladred ranged.
Thaladred.
It's bloodlust.
Too
Yeah,
far.
she's good.
Hulahan.
Okay, let's blow them up. Pop trinkets. Reapply
If he
immolate.
gets close, you just get away.
Pop trinkets.
Get that pet out of there.
Too far.
Eldred's in okay.
Son of a bitch.
Dazing.
Okay, stay away. We don't want to get meleeed. If he shifts his gaze, Dravik. Moving is a good time to life tap as well. Reapply Immolate. And I'm sure that we're on Thaladred because Thaladred doesn't have a threat. You just run away from him. Ah! He's on me! Easy. Reapply or run after him. Life tap while you're running after him. Good time to life tap is while you're moving.
Right, KT's coming out now.
Coming out now? Oh, that's not good. I didn't realize it was a timer. I thought it was till the end of the phase.
Alright. So we need 2 melee on Kalthas to interrupt.
I'm on.
Let's kill Sanguinar. Gotta stay away from the Phoenix. Got him.
So yeah, now you guys see how tight of a DPS check it is. So what we have to do is, the goal is to try to have Thaladred dead.
Oh, I'm mind controlled. Right, there's a mind control in this. Oof. Haha! Okay, well, I'm still alive and stuff, so I am going to be right back while they recover from this wipe. If they're having issues damaging, they should know why. If they think threat is... they need to make it clear rather than suffer in silence. Yeah. If they don't think it's a threat, then they should be chain casting. I agree. It should be chain casting. Absolutely. I will be back in just a second.
How close can you get without setting it off?
I just released to be safe.
Yeah, don't risk it.
I just ran out the door to be safe.
Let's see.
Alright, so DPS wise, the goal, as I was saying, is to try to have Thaladred down and still have a minute left on that phase to finish, clean everything up. So range DPS, you really are going to have to play it into Thaladred. Pop all your cooldowns, that's when you're going to use it all. Weapon phase went pretty good. I mean, pretty sure that was our cleanest weapon phase. We haven't made any attempts in a while. Still had a good, like, what, 10 seconds left when everything died?
Something like that.
So with a little more practice, we'll get back to having like 20 to 30 seconds. Yeah, make it a habit to re-equip your weapons every time you come back in. You have to actually use the Nether Strand longbow, and it will summon you like 1,000 arrows, I believe.
It summons the the spike, whatever it's called, then you have to click on that and it'll open up.
Yeah. No, what I mean by using it is you have to click on it and it will summon you the nether spike. And then you click on the nether spike and that gives you the 1,000 arrows.
Okay.
I think that macro is busted, isn't it? Doesn't work. Holy shit.
That was a lot of static.
Let me grab one of these raid logs. I'm gonna take a look at some of this. Oh yeah, I guess I haven't been posting the most
So
recent
tanks,
ones.
when we're trying to bait a conflag on Capernian, just try to stay as close as possible without triggering the arcane explosion. Having
Okay,
Sorrow get
new
conflagged
tab.
like that was pretty
Reports from me 21 hours ago. Maybe we shouldn't look at that. That's terrible.
Yeah, like, well, phase 3, sorry, I pulled threat or something, and like he just went after me.
Let's take a look at all
I got
kills.
By what?
When she was up by herself.
No, when everything was up. It was right before we wiped, just like 30 seconds before we wiped. She stopped targeting you and just threw one at me, and I get that.
So she threw a
yeah.
fireball at you and you died?
Cast per minute. Okay.
Yeah, that's so... She's got like a buggy targeting system, so she can conflag somebody, and immediately after that, she'll like swap target to a random person and toss a fireball at them for some reason.
Okay, did this
Yeah.
person
Okay, so it
die?
wasn't threat, because I was like, I was in the group of everybody.
No. The only way you're gonna get directly targeted, as in she's pissed off at you and you have threat, is if Sorrow gets conflagged potentially.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And his
Show me
and
player
his,
deaths.
mental protection buff, whatever it's called, doesn't shield him from the disorient.
Yeah, nobody was even close to me, but she just picked you.
Okay, cool. Because I didn't have her targeted, so I couldn't see anything.
Just keep the fire protection buff on yourself too.
Fuck. Okay, yeah, I see what you see there. So on our lurker kill, somebody who survived until
Oh, actually,
2 minutes and 55 seconds had a 50%
Warlock's
active.
themselves.
Hunters need might. Hunter pets are gonna need buffed.
Yeah, okay, so I see what you see there. Going to casts and looking at the percent uptime of things.
Secondary buff should be
Okay, had Immolate up 30% of the time.
And yeah, when
86
when
Shadow
I'm done
Bolts.
tanking her,
Okay,
when she's by herself, just go ahead and resalve me.
let's look at a
'Cause I
different
have
Warlock.
cancel aura and baked into Searing Pain.
182 Shadow Bolts.
Alright, so after the first time you tank her, hit you with salve.
Yeah. When I don't need salve, I won't have it.
139 Shadow Bolts. 106 Shadow Bolts.
Another ready check. Looking good. You know what to
Okay.
do now.
Alright,
All got a pretty good look at phase 3.
maybe
how
we need to
chaotic
bring
it can be,
that
but once we get used
to
to
a
it,
little bit
you know,
more
it'll be-
attention.
Feel pretty natural.
Okay. That gives
Starting
me
to-
something to work with there. I don't think this fight's gonna be more than 10 minutes. If it is more than 10 minutes, I can reapply.
You guys seem to be doing pretty well about avoiding Thaladred, though. We haven't had any deaths to him, as far as I can tell, even in last week's attempts.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Why are we tanking him? What are you doing? Okay, move down, move down, move down. We want to be on the right side of him.
Tarlac. Well, that's why you don't let him stand near you. Alright, battle res, please. Scoops, if you could battle res. This is why you never let him get near you. If he's getting targeted by you, or if he's getting kited by you, just get the hell away, stop what you're doing, and get away. Lazo. Get a rebuff on Tyler, please. Let's finish him off here. Eating. This is good here, just finish him off.
Okay, we're gonna be smart. We're gonna life tap as we're running back up.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Curse, immolate. Yeah, that's fine.
Give him
Better to have the curse
word
on
for
there.
my fair ward. Or he already has one. I'll get him on the next
Okay,
one.
immolate, chain cast. We just spam those shadow bolts. He's got a 15k threat lead. We can just pump. Okay, now that we're standing still, instead of moving around like we were on Thalid Rev, we're gonna hit cooldowns. Reapply immolate.
Fear is due anytime.
But yeah, you just fucking chain cast. I'm not gonna catch him on threat. There's no chance I'm gonna
Alright,
catch
get
him
ready
on
for
threat.
Guardian.
Okay, we're actually not gonna recast
Bets
immolate.
out. Don't get
'cause he's
melee
gonna
range,
die.
but tanks get close. Try to soak the
Life
flame.
tap in between while you're moving around. Curse. Immolate. Whoa, whoa,
she's
whoa,
doing? Whoa,
oh,
whoa.
oh, what are you doing?
She has threat on me, but
What is she doing? What is going on?
I'll try to pull it back.
Alright, just stop DPS. Stop DPS. Just keep Sorrow up.
Okay, well that was
Keep Sorrow up, keep
unexpected.
Sorrow up.
That was very unexpected. Okay, but now he's got a 20k
Everyone else,
threat
just make
lead.
sure you're DPSing max range. Alright, that's good position right there.
Okay.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Gun flag.
What happened? She had threat on me the whole time. She was just running through.
Alright, just everyone chill. That's good right there. That's fine.
Ah!
Max range.
Ah! Don't be on
Fight
me!
again.
Fuck!
Here comes some.
Shit!
What the fuck?
Okay. Okay,
Alright, let's try
reapply.
one more time to reposition, please.
Yep, under.
Make sure we have a tank that's kind of close to her, but not in melee range. That's good right there. He'll reroll. Everyone else get away. Everyone else get away. Right, Jesus.
The fuck is she doing then?
Okay, that's unpredictable behavior there. It's not how we would normally see that.
Not particularly.
Okay, life tap in between while you're
Myself,
moving into
Warlock.
position.
Thank you.
Curse up immediately. EMO. Shadow Bolt spam. Watching the threat meter. Am I anywhere close? Kind of.
Watch your threat. Watch your threat.
Why is this asshole not moving?
You gotta stand there and throw. You gotta kind of like straight back and forth a little bit as you walk.
Okay, so we just lost
Yeah,
one
just, like,
Shadow
try to
Bolt there.
quality
It's
cast her
okay.
up. If you
Better
get
to not pull threat.
and stand too far out of
Alright,
range.
he's
just
got an
keep casting
8k
quality.
threat lead on me. Let's reapply immolate. Should have already done that, but whatever, I don't play perfectly.
Yep. Get a rebuff on Dingus.
That also
Right,
would have been a
Hunter's
good
got
time
position
to
with
pop
bow.
cooldowns. Because it was 2 minutes in between. Okay, tap in between phases. Put up curses. The
Bring the
paladin
shield
had
over.
to consecrate down in the middle there.
Keep your
Okay,
pets out
that's
of range
everybody.
on the bow. Why
Well,
is this
let's
bow
light 'em
running
up.
at us?
Because it's a melee hunter.
Really wants me.
What in the hell is going on?
Blizzard somehow fucked everything up.
Light
Okay,
tapping
I
while
got it, I got it,
moving.
I got it.
Alright, disintegration is down. So we're gonna go grab one.
Mine line is out
Wonder
of
if I
heals.
can get it. My inventory full? Oh my god, I never I never re-equipped my weapons? Okay. Alright. Okay.
Yeah. 20 seconds.
Alright. Be aware of that.
Five second.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Right, get away from Capernian.
Oh, fear.
Just wipe it up, wipe it up. Wow, that was just a fucking disaster.
Pro tip,
Just don't know
re-equip your
what was
weapons
going
after a
wrong there.
fight.
You might want to kill your totems earlier.
Okay, that was my bad.
When?
So, hunters, let's just make sure. I don't know if that's what initially caused it or not, but let's just like dismiss your pets on phase 2.
Okay, we'll just remember to do that.
Micro, can you get buffs real quick? I'll be right back. I've got extra candles.
So yeah, I haven't written up the strat for how we're going to do this in Vintage, but this is probably what we're going to do. It's almost exactly this. When I've done this fight on private server, this is about exactly what we did there, where we walk the one dude all the way to the end here, put him in this corner so that he has to walk all the way back up. And then we put the, what is it, Telonicus goes over here, and Sanguinar also goes over here. And I think Capernian goes over here.
It's a line of aggro.
Glad I bought extra flasks tonight, because I almost didn't do that. And I know that another thing we were talking about in Vintage was everybody using mana pots, but like,
It's possible it was some kind
I
of
don't know, as a
Lois
Warlock
issue,
it hasn't been
just
a huge
really don't know
deal.
what happened.
I generally don't use mana pots. I brought some this time, because we had been talking about it.
Whoever was just talking, the snowstorm beat your mic.
I brought some, but as you can see, like, there are opportune times to use those, or there are opportune times to cast Life Tap, at which point the healers should have plenty of mana. I don't know, it should be fine. as a Warlock, I think the best thing you could do for that to reduce the amount of healer mana that you're using would be to life tap a little bit and then use. Where is it? It is crafting.
Alright, let's just try to work out these kinks here and figure out
Potions.
what is
Mad Alchemist Potion.
making
It's
this counter
huge.
be nuts.
Because as a Warlock, you're using both your health and your mana, and that restores both. And they're really cheap. Holy shit, they're really cheap. They're incredibly cheap to make. Where do you get that recipe? Cenarian Expedition friendly, okay. Haste potions are super good, but also incredibly expensive.
Ooh, yeah, I'll withstand.
Destruction potions, somebody in guild can make that. That's also good. Insane strength potion, also very good. Yeah, right. The Mad Alchemist potion is alchemist only. Yes, that's absolutely correct. I think later on it becomes even better during Sunwell because you get the alchemist stones that improve all potion usage by 40%, but they also have a useful thing to them. So like down here in the stones, you get not the Nether Vortex ones. They take Nether Vortexes? I don't remember that they took Nether Vortexes, but yeah, it's this one, which gives you a static 63 damage, but it also bumps up your other stuff, so this is a good trinket to use for exactly that, particularly on a Warlock. In fact, that's probably what I'm going to end up doing. Where is it? Yeah. So I have, like, jack shit level in enchanting and tailoring, which is funny because I did the tailoring so that I could do Frozen Shadow Weave or Spellfire, and then didn't do either of them. Oh well. But I'm probably going to drop enchanting to pick up alchemy so that I can make those Mad Alchemist potions and so that I can get that Sorcerer's Alchemist Stone too. That's probably what I'm going to end up doing. Alright, who needs a Soul Stone?
Right,
Micro. Micro's already got
trying
one.
to speed these pulls up from here on out.
Oh shit, I didn't get my food buff because I wasn't paying attention. It's okay, I don't think that's going to be the make or break. Okay, get up front. I'm going to put Curse first, then Immolate. Dude has no threat, so you can just start pumping immediately.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, Curse, Immolate, Shadow Bolts. Move down range. We want to be down here. Tap as you move. We want to be down range. We want the whole raid down this way, so that he's always making forward progress.
He teleported me.
Yeah, you just went through a wall. I saw it.
Alright, get me up.
Side of the rim is bugged.
What the hell is going on?
Did you break line of sight with him or something?
That'll res, right?
Yeah, I got
No, I didn't break line of sight.
I got you with
He
Fort.
punted me onto a wall and just teleported me back. Like fucking did a scorpion. Get over here, bullshit on me. Alright, can I get a rebuff? It's on hot wings.
Light back
I
up.
got you with Fort already.
You want him dead there? You want him dead there?
I got a Fear Ward.
Need a might.
Okay.
Yeah, I got you.
We're going to tap as we're running back up.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay. Curse. Immo. Get feared. Bolts. So it's important, note there, we want shamans to use Tremor Totem on the second add. Move over, Immolate.
Fucking Twilight Zone right now. What's going on with this game?
Since he's standing still,
It's their hot fix they put in.
we're gonna pop
Yeah, they added back in
cooldowns
reset
again.
and fucked up everything else.
Tremor. Immolate uptime.
Alright, tanks get in position, soak the flag. Everyone else just kind of.
4, 3,
Tap in between phases.
Hey, she stayed put.
We're gonna wait. Okay, alright. He's got a 15k threat lead. Should be fine. Ready to pump. Pop your other trinket. Because you should have gotten 2 of them. Because you got one from Brewfest. If you haven't gotten one from Brewfest, you should go do that. Because you've only got a couple of days left for it. Blizzard already took it down once. And then realized that they made a mistake. Because it was supposed to be up until the 6th. So you got 2 more days to go do it. Go get your trinkets. Okay, and last guy, we're gonna tap in between phases.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Curse, Immolate, Shadow Bolts. 6.2k, 8k threat lead, 10k. Okay, I'm nowhere near on threat, so we're just gonna keep pumping. Reply, Immolate. Fuck you. Remote toy works a lot like the bronze dragon debuff in Blackwing
Let's get
Lair.
in position for weapon.
It's kinda some bullshit. Tap in between pulls. Curse on all of them. Because we're gonna end up AoEing. Goddamn toy. Dude, seriously? Come on. Pop your trinkets again. I should have been more than enough time for them to build a substantial threat lead. I shouldn't be able to pull aggro here. We'll go get a staff of disintegration here in a second.
Let's get our bow.
There's the staff.
Let's get our dagger.
My staff.
Make sure you guys get your staves and your mace.
We're doing much better here. This is good. This is much faster on the DPS than it was
Coming
before.
out now. Everyone stack up where I'm at right now. Loosely stack and get ready for Thaladred. Alright, get Thaladred. Sanguinar's loose.
Just gonna
Sanguinar's
reapply
killing people.
curses.
Bloodlust.
He's on me.
Go wait for Thaladred.
Oh, son of... God damn it. Get back here.
It's on, sorry,
He'll pick somebody else.
yeah, it's fine.
Got him. Feared. Tap while
dead.
moving.
Guardian's loose.
better, but except for the fact that was it Sanguinar was running around just wasting healers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got fear right off the get-go.
So you know how to use the shield to avoid that?
Yeah, I learned that a couple seconds afterwards.
Thaladred kill time, really good. We had about 50 seconds left on the phase. I think we were in pretty good position. Weapon
Oh,
phase
get
was pretty good. I
fucked.
think we had, in the last weapon dead, we had 20 seconds or so, which is plenty of time to get our stuff and get in position.
Oh, look at me pumping. Look at that.
Does the shield effect, does that also break an existing fear or just makes you immune to fearless damage?
Just makes you immune.
Pumping a little
Yeah,
1.2 KDPS.
Otherwise casting it.
You know?
Yep.
Lines up pretty much perfectly with his cooldown.
How long does the effect last for?
4 seconds.
Yeah, the instance only mana pods are super cheap. Yes, they are. That's true. I could probably be using more of them. I even got a couple of coil things. Are we popping? Are we running? That's a mage. Oh shit, are we? Fuck. I guess I missed the call to run back. Oh, girls only wiping. Oh yeah, pro tip, re-equip your weapons. Yeah. What else? What else are we talking about? What else is going good here? We got a belt of blasting pattern earlier, so should probably get one of those made. It shouldn't be particularly difficult. I think it's just some fires to get it made, right? So it shouldn't be hard to get. Waste. Belt of blasting. Imbued another way that got it. 15 fires. Don't got it, but I could get it. 2 threads. Yeah, I should probably get one of those made. I should ask him how I go about getting one of those. Because I understand that it takes vortexes, and I don't know if we have a bunch sitting around or something. If we have a bunch pre-allocated, I can get 15 fires. That's easy. But that would be a pretty substantial upgrade over Belt of Depravity. Goes off PR when Vortices drop. Okay, got it. If it's gonna go on PR, do I want to use my points for that? I don't not want that. Oh, fuck it. Whatever. Let's get the upgrades that we can get.
For years they beat me with the bars of my prison. I thought I deserved it. I even thanked them for it. Until one day it struck me.
Oh, it doesn't use points? Okay.
Has the power.
Okay, that's fair. Goofbane. Get goofed on. Alright. So, do we want Soulstone on a healer, or do we want it on Sorrow?
Healer.
Okay. I was thinking Sorrow because he keeps dying while he's tanking shit, and that would be important.
Weapons.
Alright, got it. Re-equip weapons. Yes, I've got bag space now. Yay, bag space.
When you're ready, Vay.
Yeah, just getting food buff. And then I'm good. Okay, ready.
Starting it up.
Okay, we're going to be up front, ready to apply that curse instantaneously the second he comes out. I actually didn't even check if this macro that I made works. Whatever, I'll just click it.
10 seconds.
It's fine.
I gave Whibbers my fair word now, that way I can reapply if needed.
Skleptos. Garrett.
See, that's what you don't want to see. You want to have the whole raid downfield, so that we're kiting him towards the same direction the whole time. We just kited him back to his starting spot.
Sorrow. Clear path, guys. Don't get caught.
Tap while moving.
Atari.
They're not calling for
Right,
stop.
about to finish him up.
Okay.
So further stop.
Okay, tap while running up. Easy.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, curse, feared. Nice tremor. Yeah, tremor totem. Okay, he's got a 12k lead. We're gonna pop trinkets. Let's go. Okay, uptime on Immolate.
Pearson.
So what I was reading is that you don't want to clip the Immolate with Conflag unless it's like gonna die right then. You want to let it run out, but you want to have the downtime between Immolates to be as low as possible.
Let's go.
Okay, 8k. 13. Pop your trinket again. Nice, 7.2k. Oh, that's 7.5. That's what I'm talking about. And big crits. Big crits, baby.
There's a cat on it.
Oh, sorry.
Man down.
Where am I then?
Okay. Tap in between.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Curse. Ammo. Bolt. Yeah, I mean, look at how little time there is between my shadow bolts.
Guys, watch out. Let him get in position before you go into melee. It's unsafe.
Okay, I gotta chill. I gotta chill. We're gonna reapply MO. Okay, now I should be good to pump again. But like, there's very little downtime between my casts, right? And that's because I got Shadow Bolt on scroll wheel up and down, and I'm already planning out my next cast before the first one lands, right? Like, here I would be slamming Immolate before that Shadow Bolt goes off, so that the moment that Shadow Bolt leaves my fingers, it's already casting the next thing. Okay, give him just a second. Apply curses. Really only needs one tick of the consecrate. Okay, that should be enough time.
Again, huh?
Block it, creature, Wibbers. Yeah, we got tons of thread. Tons of thread on almost everything. Should be good to pump. So we're gonna life tap back up. 4 taps. Pop cooldowns. Let's do it. Let's pop cooldowns. Especially since one of the big strengths of Warlock is their AoE potential. Popping cooldowns for Seeded Corruption time is big. Okay, we've only got 2 up, so we're not going to seed anymore. We're gonna put up our immolates and single target.
15 seconds.
Switch targets before the other one casts, right? Like, I mean, it's just that little bit of planning ahead. I'm not even planning very far ahead. I'm planning like 3 seconds ahead. Not even.
2, 1.
Reapply curses. Okay, that fear is not great.
Bloodlust.
Okay. We want to get back down to Thaladred. It's not
Sonic Sorrow.
I'm safe.
Okay.
Pump him. It's Susuro. Ah! Oh, he's not. Woo! He's not even looking at me. I let him get a little too close there. Ooh, 9.4?
Alright, it's on Void. Hot Wings.
Don't kite him into me.
I got silence. Heal some.
This is good. Let's see what we can do here. Are we going to have enough DPS? Are we going to kill him in time?
Right, range on Capernian. Keep your pets out.
Okay. Okay, since we're standing
It's coming out
still.
in like 5 seconds.
Pop cooldowns again.
2 interrupt over on KT right now.
I'll go.
Coming out like.
There we go. Right now. Get away from that flame strike. It's bigger than it looked.
Down.
Guardian's dead. Resolve Warlock, please.
Finish off Telonicus. Get away from the bird.
MC.
So right now, Pocket, you're supposed to be picking up Phoenix right now.
Yeah, trying. It's not.
Oh, mind control.
Disoriented.
Thank God.
Okay, better. Much better. DPS wise, we were right on the fucking mark. We legit, we were right on the mark. We had, correct me if I'm wrong, but we only had Telonicus left and he was at 50% now, correct? That's perfect. That's it.
Like, Perdian died like, I don't know, like 10 seconds after KT came out.
See, this is what I'm saying. Like, it's not that tough. And even in this other guild where they don't have a low DPS problem, like, I'm putting out
the DPS numbers to do it.
1.2 or
Now it's just a matter of getting
1.3k,
comfortable,
and
making sure everyone
surprisingly
knows
enough,
what's
like,
supposed
I'm
to be
not looking at this the whole
transition.
time, but, like, surprisingly enough,
Prepare well
over the course of
done.
these KT attempts, I'm number 1 overall. Like, that seems suspect, right? I don't know. I don't think that I would be pumping that hard. Simulacra has to be in fire tank gear. So there's that. But like, so his damage is a little bit gimped. I understand that.
Very faint.
Simulacra usually beats me. I think his gear's a little bit better than mine.
The ground effects is very faint.
I don't know. That's why the other week I was trying to post in the Warlock channel like, hey, I'm gonna be doing Tempest Keep with something heroic on Warlock. If you want to watch how I'm playing Warlock, please come watch me play Warlock.
Alright, so
right, like,
you guys have all seen
makes
that
sense to
picture
me.
in the raid chat, right? About the position
Okay,
of the phase 4?
Yeah.
It's pinned.
Is it pinned? It is pinned. No, that's the wrong Discord.
Looks like it might have been scrolled off a bit.
Not that.
The one with that has the solid over it.
I reposted it.
Yeah.
Should be in the pins.
Raid plan.
So basically, the way the transition is going to work is Sanguinar is going to be dead, so Pocket's going to be he's going to be free. So as soon as Sanguinar dies, he's just going to get ready to pick up the first Phoenix. It's going to spawn immediately as soon as Kel'Thas comes around. He's gonna grab the first Phoenix. He's going to kite it around safely. We're not going to tank the first one. Just kite it around.
I'm just going to straight up steal our screenshot.
Let it kill itself with its Hellfires. It takes 40 seconds. We're going to switch off immediately. We'll call out that the egg's about to spawn. Once the egg spawns, all DPS breaks off, all the range DPS breaks off, kills the egg. Then everyone back on the KT. Shock barriers are going to come out immediately after that. We got to burst down 80k health, 80k absorb shield in about 6 to 7 seconds so we can interrupt the Pyroblast on the second cast. After that, after the first Phoenix, Scoops is just going to be straight tanking him in between both KT and the range stack. That's why he's got his fire resist gear on. And it's basically just continue like that. We all stack up. We move for Flame Strike as a group. We break the MCs. That's why we have the dagger. That's why hunters have the dagger. That's why the rogues have the dagger in their offhand. It's to shiv. The hunters are going to be wing clipping. Drop everything you're doing
fire
and break out the MCs.
He's not wearing fire gear. What is he talking about?
Just rinse and repeat after that.
Ooh, Glyph of Deflection. I got one of those.
So when you're calling for interrupts, do we actually need to be in melee range of him, or can I just sort of shock his fireball?
You can shock it.
Cool. Alright, that way I can stay on the advisory.
Hellcat's using Gore Howl.
Focus target. Macro.
Yep.
I got the goggles.
I was if I need to be up in his face or something.
Yeah, what rear is it? It's pretty important. Hunters, make sure
God
it's
damn, I
actually
need that Bloodseed Brigand vest.
offhand.
Want that.
It only works when you're hitting with special abilities.
Yeah, okay, so I've got basically all the same stuff. I've got the better boots. Got the same rings, same trinkets. I've got one of those. I've got one of those. I've got the better bracers. That's a better chest than I have. I have the same shoulders. I've got one of those, but I haven't been using it.
You're gonna get a buff on underbits.
Alright. Actually, yeah, I am gonna BRB just a sec before they pull.
So there's something funky going on when the bow is on you, Dravik. Like your positioning is pulling him down the ramp. It looks like. I'm not sure why. So what we're gonna do is we're all just gonna stack up on top of each other. All 400s are gonna stack up on top of each other right at the top of the stairs.
For Tuesday, Wednesday, we all stack, but we're at the bottom of the stairs and the boat doesn't even move.
As long as we're all stacked, doesn't matter. But we're just gonna stand on top of the stairs, like at the very edge of the stairs on top. All four of us on top of each other.
There's a repair bot down.
Thank you.
And block it.
Alright, starting it up. So I'm going to show you real quick where we're going to be stacking.
Just put my free ward on web.
It's going to be just like this.
There we go.
That's where the hunters for taking the boat.
It's true, Urkamond isn't there to give me competition. Yeah, you actually usually beat the shit out of me. And I'm not really sure why. Like, I feel like most of the time I'm not really doing anything wrong on Warlock. I don't know if it comes down to gear. Not real sure. But like, I don't know. I think I do pretty well for how little effort I actually, like, how little work I put into this character. Basically got it to 70 and then got it raid ready and then started raiding.
Oh shit, Sorrow.
Like,
That was bad.
it's pretty good for
Teleporting me.
not putting in hundreds of hours in dungeons and heroics and stuff. Like,
I think that actually saved me.
like I have with some of the other characters. Like, Vey is exalted with everybody. With all of the factions.
Don't kill him here. Don't kill him here. Bring him south more.
Oh shit. Alright.
Ventari. Alright, finish him off.
You're a bit stacked on that tune. Yeah, you are. Good dot uptime. Yeah, you do have a little bit better dot uptime than me. I would admit that. Everybody seems to have a little bit better dot uptime because I think you guys do that very first global is that you put up. Usually I see 4 fucking immolates up there right away. Always be casting, tap, conflag. You use conflag because the thing I was reading said that don't use conflag unless it's the last tick. Like right there, you might use conflag because they're not going to last for another tick or 2 of immolate, and then you don't reapply because you can get more damage per second out of the cast time. I don't know. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. Alright, since we're standing still, we're gonna pop trinkets. Also, this weak aura is like really annoying. I know that's the point, is that it's supposed to be really annoying, but it's totally really annoying. Yeah, so dot uptime, that's definitely something we need to talk to the vintage Warlocks about. Oh, it doesn't even give me a soul shard. That's crap.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Careful on threat.
Looks good so far. Looks okay. He's got 10k. 5K lead. Gotta reapply that.
Foggy might want a bubble to drop that.
I'll do it towards the easy, okay.
Let's get in position. Near the stack point.
Okay, put up curses, put up curses, put up curses.
He's coming towards us again. That's why I said stack up. God damn it. Please listen to the calls I'm making.
Where is it? Did I get one?
Seconds. Seconds.
Haha! That does give you a soul shard though. That's fun.
Get in position.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Bloodlust.
Pretty's a little close, but
Ah!
Go ahead and get up. Skleptos. Hulahan.
I don't like that. Get away from me. Oops. Double casted that. Did not mean to do that.
Flag.
I have remote solar on me.
Range on Capernian, max range, max range.
Okay, since we're standing still. Trinkets again.
3 buffs up.
Uptime on immolates.
15 second. 10 second. Get ready for KT. Interrupters, get up there with 3 row.
I'm on it.
Alright, finish off Telonicus. Break the MCs.
Maybe staff buff.
Yep, get a staff up on rear.
Ellen.
Alright, get ready for egg, it's coming out soon.
Ah!
Get out the flame strike.
Tap while running.
Egg. Everyone on that egg.
My KT is on 80.
Ready for shock barrier, shock barrier. One on KT. Okay, good. Finish off Telonicus.
Where's he going?
Egg. Okay, after this I need to group up. Stack on star. Why is it Phoenix on us?
Oh my god.
Shockberry coming up now. Big damage on KT.
Why the fuck?
Okay. Alright, better.
Okay.
Yeah, I think when the Phoenix came the second time, it killed 4 healers in 30 seconds.
Yep.
Yeah,
the third one came out, whacked me. I tried to run away, but
Yeah, I tried to run away too.
Okay.
There's a Phoenix running through Telonicus at the start of the phase transition too, so it got a bit of mess at the start.
Yeah, I think that was a case of just not getting Telonicus dead in time. Like, we need to get Telonicus dead before the second Phoenix to free up Scoops to pick him up.
Yeah, so it looked like the Phoenix was hitting me for around like 2400.
Oh, hi. Cockles.
The
Cockles.
burn or just melee?
Cockles.
The
Keckles.
Yeah, that's not too bad.
Keckles the hecklers.
Yeah, the melee was like another 1900.
24 burn is what I take without fire resist.
Is fire resist not working?
Oh, hey, Damon.
Binary.
Like,
Oh, yeah, there's other burns that only hit for like 1400,
so it's binary then probably.
Oh my god, we got all the
No,
something
if it was
heroic
binary,
boys
it'd
up
be
in here.
4 resist, wouldn't it?
We got all the something heroic boys
Yeah,
watching.
So it is actually working. Never mind, we're good.
Well, to bring you up to speed,
So,
I'm very pleased with these
reiterate,
attempts.
Hunters,
I think,
you're going to be
I think
stacking on me.
we're getting real
during the
close.
weapon phase.
I think if we can nail down that phase
Because
4
something
stuff,
is causing, like when
we
the
can get
person with
this.
aggro is down below the ramp.
For real, for real.
It's causing the bow
I think we're
to run
close.
off.
Has Raid 1 beaten KT and Vash yet? I actually don't know that.
If
I
we
haven't
can
been
keep
paying
it there
a whole lot of
in
attention.
its current position, it'll eat AoE damage, and we'll get done with that phase sooner.
Also, even if we get this down, is there anything that I'm super shooting for here?
Get your weapons and arrows on.
Oh yeah, right. Pro tip, re-equip your weapons. Because I definitely had an attempt where I didn't do that. Call of the Sun King, those seem good.
Okay, things got a little screwy on the beginning of phase 3 as well. What happened there?
Sanguinary wasn't.
Raid 1 got 52%, but they were matching the staff and
I think I
some
need to
weird
raid on
batching interacting. Oh, I did hear about that.
Halfway across the stage or anything without putting healing aggro. Can't get it back effectively.
Weird.
No, it's phase 4. I was phase 3 when the 4 advisors pop.
Don't
It
spam
looked
the
like
staff. Yeah.
A fear hit people. It looked like Sanguinar was out of position.
Yeah, I hit the first fear and went back.
Do I have a soulstone up?
But
28 seconds.
For phase 3, would you like me to give block it a fear ward?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I've got these too?
Yeah, because I've been able to give it the Wivers right at the pole. That way he has it for at least the first fear. And it's back up by phase 3.
I didn't even realize that I brought these. That's pretty nice. I definitely don't need disenchant.
Yeah, just
on my
make
bars.
sure both Scoops and Locket have Fear Ward.
Well, I'll get block it, so.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Since it drops the aura and then puts it back up. Okay. Okay, that's good to know. Good to know. You want soul stone on micro again?
Yes, please.
So any of you locks got opinion on this? I'm running the double icon trinkets. You guys got opinions on that? Because I've got a Quag Eye. But this seems to be working out pretty well because I get to choose when I get to use it. As opposed to Quag, which is a proc, so I don't actually get to pick when it happens. You guys got any opinions on that? According to the sim that I was running, this is like 3 DPS better, apparently, or something. Prayers up to the loot gods. Well, that's what I was like. What would I even want here? Like, is there anything for me on this boss? I mean, that's good.
4, 3, 2, 1.
I don't know.
Heals on Scooped.
Oh, nice. I was in range for the drums. Thank God.
Shiner.
Let's pump. Okay, we want to move so that we get the raid downfield.
Lazo.
You like the RNG gods too?
Hot wings.
Ah! Ah! Oh my God, I don't like that. Oh, get away from me.
Cold
Too many
wings.
times. Too many times I've had him switch right when he's next to me. Just
This
one
one's
shot
a
me.
good spot.
Okay, tap, run up.
I'll reapply my fear ward.
3,
Got 9 seconds.
1.
You're fine.
Go ahead and do it again.
He's got
Okay, he's got a 10k lead. Shouldn't be able to catch him. So we're gonna move over a little bit.
Four, 3, 2, 1.
Stab.
Oh boy.
Alright, here we go.
Go, let me actually
What
like
the
cast
fuck?
on you.
Yeah. No DPS. Just moving back in position. Stay in range. Someone stay in range close for flag, please. Not in melee range.
On micro too, or it's Shiner.
That'll work right here. Max range. Heal the range, heal the range. That's why I said max range, max range, max range.
Yeah, well, you're going to like slide in between the tanks.
Yeah, I have to get
We'll
just
have
at
to
the
make
edge.
a spot for you. No, you get to come in because you can't get out, you can't outrange it. So
Yeah, I come right
Alright.
to the edge of Mind Flay, which is
Edie, you don't have on correct?
No, I don't.
Alright, let's get a battle res on Edie.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Full rebuff too.
Need south. Thank you.
Not as big of a threat lead as I would like to
Purpose,
see.
Don't mind flay on that.
There we go. That should
Okay.
be fine.
yeah, I can step back at
fine, we
whatever.
can make a spot for you. Just have to.
Yeah, I've been able
come
to
in.
sit in between ranged and you soak in the con flags and be okay.
Yeah, you just gotta come in closer, so you're not within like 10 yards of any other range or anybody.
Okay.
Tanks just have to kind of get out of the way for you. Watch out, melee.
Ooh, what's going on?
Got toy.
Just toyed. So the boss ran away.
Was it a
Hunter's in position.
Tap
was
to
it a
full.
special kind of toy he gave you?
Butt toys. Okay, let's put up curses. Curse on everything. That should give them time. Right, so like right there, I get to hit my trinket before casting all these seeds, and I get to guarantee that I get the plus spell damage for all of these seeds, as opposed to praying for a proc. I don't know. I don't know. I'm sure somebody more informed knows more than I do on that. But it just seems like a no-brainer. How did you not get a curse?
This fucker resisted the taunt.
Seconds. Seconds.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Alright, get away from Copernican.
Gonna drag
Eldritch coming into the melee.
I'm dazing.
It's Bloodlust. It's Klepto. You guys get away from Copernican. You're gonna get conflagged.
Help me heal Sorrow.
Look at.
I'm moving her.
Okay, he's on Ravik.
Why do I have conflag, but I'm still in control of my character?
I'm dazing again. Okay. Gara.
Staff boof. Good point.
I got her moves.
Right, range on
Sorrow.
Copernican. Max range.
I got him.
Got 20 seconds. 5 seconds. Interrupters, get over there. Get a flame strike. Phoenix is loose.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Kind of lagged. Nah, marking is right.
Yeah, we're just not killing
Kind of.
Sanguinar fast enough. It had a lot to do with the deaths.
Dick, he's blinded me.
Alright, I think trash is probably going to be up at this point. Let's see. Oh, just hurry up, boy, please.
Oh. Get fucked. Thanks. Thank you. Okay. Seed has a coefficient that low? It's only like 20%? Interesting. I actually didn't know that.
Still, we seem to be getting smoother.
I for real didn't
Except
know
for
that
the
the
witches,
coefficient
but-
for Seed of Corruption was so low.
Well, we're making some easily avoidable mistakes that's causing us to actually, we're kind of moving
But
back.
probably want the haste meta gem in
Just
another
need to
helm,
clean
huh?
it up.
Yeah, I'll watch the conflag. I mean, like I said, the last few attempts it
That's
wasn't that big a
interesting.
deal. But I was in
So would I
between
need
range.
to get another Void Heart
Yeah, I
crown?
was in
Well, I
between
mean, by
ranged
then I
and,
should have something else, right?
The conflag thing.
By then I should
Rero,
have a
you
different
gonna
helmet.
call out gaze targets?
Yeah, I
Hopefully. Hopefully.
Right now, there's no trash up. I think it's.
Well, if I get into another Karzan ever again,
So if we hurry
maybe I'll try to pick one up.
Let's all make sure we're moving in this group. Don't want to get the raid split up between trash pack.
Or like if I get tier 5 helm, I'll put the haste meta gem in the tier 4. Speaking of Hygel trash, I'm hearing that this is very, very good for Hygel trash on Warlocks. I'm hearing that it's actually super good for trash. Most of the time I've thought that that was just kind of a useless trinket, but it sounds like it's super duper good for trash, so probably gonna go for one of those.
DPS is there if things are going right.
Like what else? What else?
That's all
What
we
are you
gotta do
gonna...
is just gotta play by the rules. Let's go up. We're pretty fucking tip core right now. Should just respawn on top of
Okay,
us.
that's actually significantly
Ooh, that
better
would suck.
than what I'm doing.
Jinx it.
That's significantly better. It's 10 more hit, it's 12 more damage, and 3 yellow sockets. With a better socket bonus too. Okay, that's quite a bit better.
So just a heads up, we won't be able to stay late. We have people that have to head out at 8:30 exactly, or 11:30.
So do we want to try and wipe safe if we wipe again then?
No, it's all gonna respawn anyway.
Oh, I forgot there's trash in here too. Never mind.
It won't respawn if we're actually engaged, will it?
I believe it will.
That'd
Oh
be
boy.
interesting.
Doesn't apparently actually pull within those.
Alright, so if Lord Sanguinar isn't dead by the time KT comes out, just keep tanking him in the same spot, pocket.
Okay.
And we're gonna just burn him down, and I think Hulkhead's gonna try to pick up the Phoenix.
Could have pulled things to flash shock type.
Yeah, that is actually a pretty good solution.
Got my little snow globe.
Yeah, that's fine. I can do that.
Keeping that thing forever. Transmog, baby. Transmog that shit. I almost wanted to get one of those on my warrior to transmog that. Transmog a big death scythe on my arms warrior. Oh wow, I topped that attempt too.
Starting it up.
Yeah, dual Titan grip that. That's what I'm talking about. Interesting. I didn't think I would be topping multiple attempts here.
10 seconds.
Okay.
Okay. I'll let you do it.
Hive aggro. Flower. Hop. Micro.
Oh! Yikers.
Four, three, two, one.
Pearson.
Four, three, two, one.
Here we go. Everyone back off. Get a tank close. Get it back in position. Max range, everyone.
Once again, that threat on me the whole time.
It's definitely got to be a positioning thing because that same spot's pulling the long.
micro.
It's good. Yeah, that same spot's causing the Nether Strand longbow to move down. So,
Dual Netherbrain. That's actually my plan. No, for real. That actually is my plan for my arms warrior. Right now, I've been doing the kebab stuff, and it's been working out pretty good. I actually like the playstyle a lot more than I like the slam playstyle all the way in. It's much more reminiscent of Vanilla Fury Warrior. So that's been working out really quite well. And
Maybe
yes, the
have
plan
the
is
entire
double
leadership
Netherbane.
left a little bit.
If I can
use
swing
it
it. Hell, even if I get one Netherbane, then I can use a Decapitator Netherbane. I'm having a shit time trying to find like good offhands. So right now I'm using like Dragon Maw. No, I don't have a Dragon Strike yet. I'm kind of taking a back seat on weapons because I'm going to ask for Warglaives. So I'm kind of taking a back seat on a bunch of stuff. and giving everybody else what they want, because that's the one thing that I'm gonna like ask for. But yeah, so like one Netherbane would even be fine, but dual Netherbanes, that is the ideal setup that I'm going to shoot for. I did a whole like profile on 70 upgrades and stuff about it, trying to prepare for phase 2, and that's in there. Of course, there are a couple of things on that profile that aren't going to be realistic, like having Belt of 100 Deaths, Searing Grip, and Shoulder Pads of the Stranger all at the same time. I don't think I'm going to be first in line for any of those things. In fact, I think we're going to prioritize expertise items to tanks, because generally they get double value out of them, since they generally attack from the front. So I think that's the plan there for Vintage. I've been trying to figure out how to plan out loot. Now that I'm an officer over there, I'm trying to plan out loot so that it's fair and balanced for everybody, and everybody basically gets what they want. You know, that's been one of the hardest parts, because we got to make sure that everybody gets their wish lists, and then like I'm taking point on physical DPS items, like just the big tickets. That's really the stuff that I'm planning out, is the big ticket physical DPS items, while I'm having the other guys like our caster lead, I'm gonna have him take point on figuring out who gets caster DPS items, and I hope that they are doing that. I got a pretty good idea of where stuff needs to go right now for all the physical DPS stuff. That includes hunters. I got a pretty good plan that I think everybody is happy with. Let's go get a staff of disintegration after this.
I can stand about where I'm at, so keep away.
Five seconds. Max range from Capernian, please.
2, 1.
Oh, fuck you.
Swole.
Why? Oh my god.
Alright, Scoops is down.
Just knockback into a knockback into a knockback. Jesus Christ.
I suppose we have a battle road.
No.
Okay, that was not great. Lost a lot of time there.
Solana. Just got those.
Get fucking wrecked. Holy shit.
So grab it right now. Change it anytime. Jody.
Bold Wings, you're definitely going to need the kite.
Copy.
Oh, no. Why? Oh, god damn it. Kael'thas is looking at me. Making me nervous. That's not where I want to be casting from. I need to get back to the totems.
10 seconds. Now we got conflagged. Wipe it up. Alright, let's look at the deaths.
We're gonna get some boss damage in, damn it.
Melee, bomb. No heals, bomb, melee, dead.
Pats up.
Take that.
Okay.
Yeah, I know for me at least, I got feared right when the guy came off, and by the time I got back to scoop.
Yeah, that's why I figured the fear hit, and I was just at a different side than everyone else.
Oh. When in doubt, hellfire out. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good advice there. Yo, Still It, what up? How you doing, my brother? Glad to see you in the chat. I need to come see you. I gotta get some of this fixed out. Yeah, the KT attempts have been going pretty good. I think it's totally doable. It sounds like we might run into a wall with some time issue. Because I guess people got to go in 21 minutes, like exactly 21 minutes, and like nowhere about it. Yes, trash is spawning. We've got the patrol right there. So it's starting to spawn. I don't know. Maybe we got time for one more attempt before the stuff inside the room pops. We'll have to see what happens. If people ran back, then they're going to be on the other side of the patrol. That's not good. That's not great. That's not what you want to see. I think with a little more time, though, we could absolutely have this. Like, if we just clean up a couple of the mechanics and things and don't get knocked around like crazy.
We're trying to decide what we're doing here. Just give us a sec. Alright, we're gonna see how fast we can clear this trash.
Well, we got split group, right?
Do we have a split group?
We got a bunch of people in KT's room.
We have a lock, so let's just summon then.
Okay.
Easy. Just summon.
The first pack is respawn. It's Patron.
Holy shit.
There's a storm going on, so it might be easy. I'm sorry.
Yeah, same. Weather friends. Fox, how are you making soul stones if they haven't been killing anything?
You bring like 40 of them to raid.
I came with 50.
Okay, there you go.
That's but you can also get soul shards off of the weapons, FYI.
Yep.
You can't get them off the ads, but you can't get them off the weapons.
Didn't know that. Cool.
Yeah, I got 19 shards. I got more in the bank. I didn't... I mean, I wasn't prepared to summon an entire raid, though. Is that it? That should be everybody. Susuru's here. Here, 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 here. Okay. That should be everybody.
Yeah, it is.
Just go fire, then you don't need to share for the succubus? Yeah, well, I was gonna do that, honestly.
The last one of the night.
I was really thinking about it. I got
do it.
Spellfire tailoring so that I can do all the Spellfire stuff. And then I just didn't do it.
Yeah,
I just like didn't even make it.
So we ain't got much time.
But apparently
We ain't got
since all
much
the
time,
mages...
We're just gonna go. We're gonna go now. Any other buffs that need to happen, do it now.
Might have a pack trash in the back room in phase 3.
Will this stuff respawn while we're in combat? I don't know.
I don't know, but
oh, shit.
As far as I know, it doesn't actually pull with him. For whatever reason.
There we go. Mages went arcane. Yeah, 2-piece tier 5 is super duper good for mages, but it's extra damage on arcane blast. So the 2-piece tier 5 makes almost all mages want to go arcane. Ah.
Really?
Houlihan, don't get fucking killed. Come on.
Hot wings.
Yeah, so the 2-piece tier 5 for mages is a game changer. Pretty much makes them go arcane. Which that's the big benefit of Warlock Fire, is by having fire mages that it increases your damage even further.
You guys don't get more.
Fully.
If you don't have a fire mage in raid, then it's not doing nearly as much for you.
It's a fair enough spot to kill.
Yeah, they're pretty close, but I mean, isn't that the big benefit of going fires if you have a fire mage in the raid? I mean, that's what really puts it heads and shoulders above Shadow. I don't know. I'm enjoying Shadow. I don't have any problem with it. It also buffs your Seed of Corruption, so that's nice.
The fact that it hasn't respawned is a good sign.
I kind of figured it would have respawned by now.
Yeah, I think we're clear.
It was spawned early.
Good. Next range.
Waps.
It respawned. Well,
Can't put them on.
yeah, it's not gonna pull, but we're gonna have no room. Just try to do a clean weapon phase.
Classic mythic.
Yeah, you can.
They spawn to the sides here. Where I just ping, so stay away from those areas.
Okay, well he said he can't put them on, so... Oh my god, my fat fingers. Yeah, item rack will just queue it.
Let's get in
You
position.
gotta actually go into your bag and click the thing. Yeah, it won't swap weapons in combat. It'll only queue it for the next time that you're out of combat. If you go into your bag, you can equip them. You can do it for weapons.
Alright. Well, these two side packs are going to spawn, so it's going to get real interesting real fast.
Oh, fuck. Okay. So it is me. It is me that's doing that. Shit.
There it is.
There's one.
2, 1.
You're on the other side over there. Sorry, micro.
Fuck.
Good. We'll be fine.
We got this.
Or I'm tanking.
Yeah, we'll just tank.
Though.
We'll just
We got
kill
black.
KT
Well,
with
machine
all
with
the
the
ads on
black.
it.
Actually, probably shouldn't take that. Sorry, do not take that.
They made bubble hearts for.
You can do a mole machine in battle.
Don't need your GP, EP.
Yeah.
Later,
that's-
suckers.
Mole machine away.
You can use a mole machine in combat? That's
Anybody need to
insane.
Stone summon, or are we all good?
It would be easier if everyone were inside for bonus EP.
Oh, Jesus.
That's what I'm saying. Who needs to summon?
Hooli does because he went to Blackrock.
There are like 6 or 7 of us here.
Oh no.
All right. I need
That seems insane that you're able to use the mole machine during combat.
Thanks for the summon.
These fucking
I didn't
guys.
even know the mole machine was actually going to work.
Now you know you can take it in combat.
I got
You
slow
can do it in
mount.
like AV and stuff and make people go away.
Oh, that's awesome. Savage.
Meta is to drop a mole machine on top of the dead weapons.
Oh god.
Oh.
Who else is still at
That's
the
fucked
RD?
up. That would be very fucked up.
It would be pretty funny though. That would be
Yeah,
pretty
I'm
funny.
outside. Oh, Miss Cold things. Hold on.
Some good progress on KT tonight. A couple things that we need to iron out for I think some personal play, and I think we'll be in a pretty good spot.
I think we did better. I mean, we seem to get better I mean, there were some fuck ups, but for the most part, it was good progress. I mean, we've done harder content. You know, Nax was rougher, I think.
I don't know. I mean, yeah,
I think this
okay.
just seems harder
think
because there's less of us.
No, I
There's
think
more
it's
individual accountability.
statistically significantly harder than Max was.
This fight has like as many mechanics as most of Next Head combined.
It's a long ass fight too. I mean,
There's a lot of room to make fuck ups because of how long it is and how much stuff's happening.
I mean, four
Kel'Thuzad.
Rougher.
Kel'Thuzad takes some serious practice.
Things where it's like personal fucking.
More personal responsibility in TBC than next. Yeah, I
Force
totally
Gun
agree.
is,
Because you have to have more
Force
individual
Gun's
accountability.
Got the brunt of it, on a few people generally.
You got to have more individual accountability because there's less room for carry, right? Like you can have
I mean,
one shitter
I
in
remember doing
a
this
40-man
back in
team, and
the
you still got
original,
39 good players.
and
If
it
you have
wasn't- I don't know, I thought
if you
Nash
have
was a little
one
harder.
shitter in a 25-man team, that's a much bigger percentage of your raid. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I didn't think there was any hard content
Anyway.
up until Black Temple, maybe.
Anyway, I think that's going to be it for
Yeah, I thought it was the
tonight.
other way around.
Tune in tomorrow. We're going to be doing Serpentine Cavern with the Arms Warrior and the Kebab spec.
I
So
just
if you want
remember
to
we
see some more of
crushed
that,
almost
tune in
everything.
at 9 p.m. server time for SSC on Kebab Warrior.
Night, y'all.
All right.
GG,
Thank you very much
bro.
for watching. We